Welcome to Movie Recaps with Brian. Subscribe below for daily recaps. Today we're recapping Nobody, directed by Ilya Naishuller. Hutch Mansell, played by Bob Odenkirk, sits battered and bruised in a stark interrogation room, the harsh fluorescent lights illuminating his injuries. Two FBI agents sit across from him, flipping through a thin file that seems inadequate to explain the carnage surrounding his arrest. They press him for his real identity. Hutch, calm and almost amused, replies simply, "Nobody." The story rewinds to show Hutch's life before this moment, a quiet, almost painfully routine existence. He works a nondescript office job at his father-in-law's manufacturing company, clocking in and out like clockwork. His marriage to Becca, played by Connie Nielsen, feels distant, their intimacy reduced to polite exchanges and separate sleeping arrangements. His teenage son, Brady, respects him only in the most superficial sense, while his young daughter, Sammy, still adores him. Hutch seems like the definition of an ordinary, harmless man. That illusion shatters one night when two masked intruders break into the Mansell home. They're brandishing guns and demand money. Brady intercepts one, tackling him, while Hutch, holding a golf club, hesitates. Instead of striking, he tells Brady to let the thief go. The robbers leave with a small haul, loose cash and Hutch's wristwatch. The incident leaves everyone frustrated with Hutch, who is labeled cowardly by his son, his co-workers, and even himself. But Hutch knows something they don't. He noticed the burglar's gun had no bullets, and in that moment, he decided violence wasn't worth the cost. He shares this with his brother Harry over a secret phone call, hinting at an unspoken history between them. His brother-in-law Charlie tries to hand him a pistol for protection, but Hutch declines. The next day, a small detail tips Hutch over the edge. Sammy's cherished cat bracelet is missing. Convinced one of the thieves took it, Hutch tracks them down by spotting a distinctive tattoo on one of their wrists. He bursts into their shabby apartment, ready for violence, but finds a couple living in desperate poverty, tending to a sick infant. Realizing they're not hardened criminals but parents trying to survive, he leaves without the bracelet, silently abandoning his chance at revenge. On the bus ride home, fate intervenes. A group of rowdy, drunken young men, clearly looking for trouble, begin harassing a lone female passenger. Hutch's demeanor changes. Calmly, almost eagerly, he tells himself, "I'm gonna fuck you guys up." What follows is a brutal, close-quarters brawl in the narrow bus aisle. Hutch fights with surgical precision, breaking bones, slamming heads into metal poles, and incapacitating each thug. The gang's leader, Teddy, has his windpipe crushed, forcing Hutch to perform an improvised tracheotomy using a drinking straw, ironically saving his life. But Teddy later dies in the hospital, setting a larger storm in motion. Teddy's older brother, Yulian Kuznetsov, is no ordinary thug. He's a flamboyant, eccentric Russian crime lord who controls the Obshchak, a vast communal fund for the mafia. When Yulian learns Hutch's Metro card was left at the bus, he uses it to track him. At the same time, he leans on a corrupt U.S. Defense Department official to uncover Hutch's sealed past. Harry warns Hutch to speak with the barber, his old government handler. The barber confirms what Harry hinted. Hutch used to be an auditor, the person the intelligence community sends when someone needs to disappear permanently. He was meticulous, unstoppable, and terrifying. But years ago, Hutch spared a target who showed genuine remorse, and seeing the man reform his life made Hutch wonder if he could do the same. He retired, buried his skills, and tried to build a normal life. Yulian doesn't care about that redemption arc. He sends a kill squad to Hutch's home. Hutch hides his family in a basement crawl space, then turns the house into a slaughter zone. He kills nearly all the intruders, but is overpowered, tased, and stuffed into a car trunk. While being transported, he calmly dislocates his thumb to slip his restraints, then sprays a fire extinguisher through the trunk's lid, causing the driver to crash. He walks away from the wreckage, finishing off the survivors with cold precision. Sending his family to safety, Hutch retrieves a hidden stash of gold bars and unregistered cash from his basement. He burns down his own home, erasing evidence, and steals his neighbor's Dodge Challenger. Meanwhile, two assassins target Hutch's elderly father David at his retirement home, only for David to casually kill them, revealing he's no stranger to the business either. Hutch then makes his move. He buys his father-in-law's underused metal fabrication factory, turning it into a heavily booby-trapped fortress. Before Julian can retaliate, Hutch storms the mobster's nightclub, killing guards and setting fire to the Obstchak money. Standing in front of Julian, Hutch offers him an out, leave him alone and walk away. Julian laughs in his face. The showdown begins. Julian and his remaining men track Hutch to the factory, only to walk into a death trap. Hutch, Harry, and David fight side by side, mowing down waves of armed gangsters. The fight blends gunplay, explosives, and improvised weapons made from factory tools. When the dust settles, Julian ambushes the trio, shooting Harry. With no ammo left, Hutch charges Julian while holding a claymore mine taped to a bulletproof panel. The explosion kills Julian instantly, the shield protecting Hutch from the worst of the blast. Police arrive, bringing us back to the interrogation room. The FBI agents are moments from pressing harder when their phones ring simultaneously. The calls change everything. Without a word, they release Hutch, who walks out free. 3 months later, the Mansells are touring a new home, their lives seemingly back to normal. The phone rings. Hutch answers. His expression shifts. The past, it seems, isn't done with him yet. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below to watch more movie recaps with Brian. Comment below which movie you'd like to see recapped next.